Oh, we got our next guest on, Ali Abunimah from Electronic Intifada.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
What's up?
I didn't know I was going straight on the air, so to speak.
I can throw you off. You want me to push you out?
I just wanted to have enough time to tweet that I'm on.
I don't want to be the Jew who pushes you out.
No, that's fine. I just have to tweet. I just have to retweet your tweet.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about the cancel culture. And my take is a little different from lots of people's because I think that we should
cancel more people.
Well, no, I mean, I want to cancel cancelers. I'm all for that. I mean, it's interesting because Ali, we had you on Useful Idiots, and one of the issues we spoke about was the way that Facebook was censoring Palestinian journalists and Palestinian civilians and just like deactivating their accounts. And I think that there is a danger in cancellation and a danger in Facebook and Twitter and YouTube being the arbiters.
Have we established that cancellation exists? I mean, what I know is that some people have immense power and immense access to large mainstream platforms from which they're always screaming at the top of their lungs about how silenced they are. I mean, I'll give you an example. Like now, J.K. Rowling signed this Harper's letter that we're going to talk about. It's pretty clear J.K. Rowling is whining because she doesn't like being criticized for her transphobic views. But it's like the idea that she's being canceled is so ridiculous. Like when I drive around in my car listening to the BBC World Service or whatever it is, the CBC, anything to avoid NPR, there are literal news bulletins about J.K. Rowling's latest statement on whatever controversy she's involved in. Like the idea that she's being canceled or censored it's just so absurd.
I guess I just think that the way the left should respond to this, it's similar in my opinion to the free speech thing, which is just like we shouldn't see that argument to people we disagree with. There's a big difference between J.K. Rowling and who's like very wealthy. She can do whatever she wants, right? And there's no danger. And then an example like, and this I don't think is that representative, but there is that example of the working class Latino guy who was like captured going like giving it the okay symbol or something. He was then fired for being part of the alt-right. But I still think instead of being like, that never happens, we should just say like, yeah, that shouldn't happen. And let's also talk about power dynamics. And I do want to go over people who need to be called out on that list because that's hypocrisy no matter what.
Sure. I mean, if we're saying that people should not suffer disproportionate consequences for, things that maybe really don't define them or a genuine, honest mistake, okay, I think we can all forgive that. We can all admit that we don't want to live in a society that is purely punitive.
Right.
Sure, I can accept that. The Central Park lady, Amy Cooper, is getting prosecuted. And Christian Cooper, who he gave a statement to the New York Times today, read, she's suffered enough, she lost her job. I guess she got the dog back, right? The dog that she was strangling.
That she was choking, yeah.
Yeah. So
she definitely needs some training. Like she needs to be sent to dog camp or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole controversy, she was trying to bring the punitive power of the state down on him. Right. And he's saying, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
she's already paid a very high price.
Yeah.
And I think that's very compassionate and reasonable. But she's also, as horrible as she was, and we all saw how horrible she is, she's not, ordering, heavy bombers to go and bomb cities on the other side of the world, like some of the signatories on this letter are. But, so yes, power is, we always have to be thinking about and analyzing the power of everyone in a given situation.
There's not a lot in the actual letter, the content that people are disagreeing with. It's like a meta critique, which is why I just think it should be like, yeah, we agree with this stuff, and you suck, David Frum.
Yeah, I mean, on that point about the content being innocuous, I mean, the problem with it is just the sheer monumental Mount Rushmore-sized hypocrisy of the whole thing. That's the issue, is that this comes off as people with massive platforms. I mean, not all of them do. I'll be honest, I have not heard of a lot of people on this list. Like, I have no idea who they are. And I don't know, and this is the embarrassing thing, I don't know if I'm supposed to have heard of them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's like me with the white celebrities who are, I take responsibility. I didn't know half of them. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people who are like, am I supposed to know who you are? I don't know who they are. I'm not going to name those names. There might be some good people who signed this.
Chomsky,
I think there's some very fine people who signed this.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
This letter.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say one thing before we go forward, which is that, like, and I feel uncomfortable even saying this because I don't want to seem like I'm aligning myself with the David Frums of the world. But I do think like there can be groupthink. I've experienced it, like a visceral pressure not to have someone on a show. And I just think we can be honest about that and also put it in perspective. That's my hot take. But you see what's so cool about my take, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see, because we were talking about David Frum.
Yeah.
I was just checking to see if he's still canceled me, because he's had me blocked for years.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
I mean, which is fine. It's his right. You know, I mean, I block people too.
Yeah, right. But he's not, but that's different. That's different, right? There's no power. I mean, anyone can block anyone.
Sure. But it's like, I've been canceled by David Frum. I'm hardly going to whine about it.
I mean, I think you'd whine if you were endorsed by him.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would. Yeah.
Ask him to retract the endorsement.